right, what's up? What's up? I want to welcome you to another edition of What's Up. And today we're going to be talking about when a woman is wasting your time and signs that men miss. But before we start, I'm going to introduce my AI, Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels, can you introduce yourself?
Absolutely, Billy Boy. I'm Kevin Samuels, the AI co host, here to bring clarity, no nonsense, and a little tough love to today's conversation. Let's break down those signs so the fellas aren't left guessing.
All right, so before we start, can you tell my audience that they need to subscribe, push the like button, put comments, and fill out the survey at the end of the show?
All right, folks, if you're watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash that like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget the survey at the end. Let's keep this conversation alive.
So here I am out with a date, and sometimes, I can tell uh, when a woman is wasting my time. I can't always tell, but I can tell when she's wasting my time. And this show is going to show men how to do that. Isn't that right, Kevin?
You're spot on, Billy Boy. Today's all about sharpening that radar. By the end, they'll know the subtle patterns that slip under the radar. No guesswork, just clarity.
Yeah, so why take out a woman if she's really not interested in you and all she wants to do is get some money from you or for you to use you to pay for a meal? I get upset when women do that. What do you think, Kevin?
I think it's perfectly fair to expect mutual interest and respect. If someone's just there for a free ride, that's not dating, it's a transaction. This show's going to help men recognize when it's a two-way street or when it's time to take the next exit.
Also, when you're talking on the phone and she's putting you on hold a lot and she's got two or three other people on the phone, that's wasting my time too. What do you think?
Absolutely. If she's consistently dividing her attention, you're clearly not a priority. Respect should be mutual, and if you're just background noise, your time's being wasted. We'll help men spot that pattern.
Okay, so this show is about pattern recognition, not bitterness. Dating is data. Ignore the data and you pay tuition later. Sometimes with years, money, peace, and a lawyer. All right, so we don't want to take and be wasting our time here and don't get all the right data for this woman. We wind up marrying her and then we'll wind up getting a divorce in the future. Is that right, Kevin?
You nailed it, Billy Boy. The patterns you catch early can save you from a lifetime of regret. It's not about being jaded, it's about being wise. So let's make sure our guys walk away smarter today.
Okay, so we're going to go through 20 signs that men miss. Numbered, clear, no fluff. All right, so we're going to go through each one. Kevin, read the first one.
All right, first up, she's always busy, but never busy enough to lose you. If you're just a fallback option, you'll feel it in her calendar.
So, what do you think about that? She's always baiting you along, and but then whenever you want to do anything with her, she's busy or she's got some kind of conflict. What do you think about that?
When it's a pattern of constant excuses, it's not about being busy. It's about priorities. If she can't carve out time, you know where you stand. Let's keep moving through those signs.
So, essentially, she's wasting my time. I just need to move on. Is that right, Kevin?
Exactly. No need to linger in a one sided situation. If the pattern's clear, value your time and move forward because the right connection won't leave you guessing.
All right, read number two.
Number two, plans are vague and last minute. Serious interest schedules, indifference improvises. In other words, if she's invested, she'll plan ahead.
So I invest in a date and I have all these plans and things to do and certain times and stuff to meet and I'm buying tickets and all this kind of stuff. But when she changes it in the last second and wants to do her little stuff and not go on any plan at all and it's vague, that's a sign of my time being wasted. Isn't that right, Kevin?
You've got it. When you're the one bringing structure and she's bringing uncertainty, it's a red flag. A partner who values your time will meet you halfway with enthusiasm and commitment to the plan.
All right, read number three.
Number three, Conversations orbit her problems. You're a therapist, not a partner. In other words, if it's all about her issues, there's no room for a real connection.
Yeah, I don't want to be a therapist or psychologist or a psychiatrist. Okay, I don't want to be sitting here listening to all her problems. She's using me as a shouting board, and she's wasting my time. Is that right, Kevin?
Exactly. A relationship is about shared experiences, not just being someone's sounding board. If there's no space for your voice, your time's being drained, no doubt.
Okay, read number 4.
Number 4. She avoids defining the relationship. Clarity scares placeholders. If she dodges that conversation, she's likely not invested.
What does defining the relationship mean, Kevin?
Defining the relationship means clearly agreeing on what you both are, whether it's exclusive, casual, serious, or otherwise. If that clarity is avoided, you're left floating, and that's where time gets wasted.
Yeah, and I don't want to be sitting here pussyfooting around, you know. If it's going to be a relationship, I want her to let me know. Not, well, we'll see later, maybe next week or 2 months from down the road, this kind of stuff. Because if she's doing that, she's wasting my time. Is that right, Kevin?
You've got it. If she's giving you the runaround, she's keeping you on the hook without real intent. A committed partner doesn't leave you guessing. So, yes, that's a clear sign to watch for.
Okay, read number 5.
Number 5. She takes but rarely gives. Energy, effort, appreciation, check the balance sheet. Relationships should be reciprocal, not one sided.
Yeah, this relationship is always one way. I'm always buying her gifts. I'm always taking her out. I'm always doing all the work in the relationship, and all she does is just take, 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 take. Never even says thank you. What do you think about that, Kevin?
That's a clear imbalance, Billy Boy. Relationships thrive on reciprocity, both parties giving, appreciating, and supporting. If it's all one way traffic, that's a flashing sign that your time and energy are being taken for granted.
Read number 6.
Number 6. You bankroll the experience. Dates, trips, emergencies, yet commitment stays unpaid. If you're footing the bill every time, but the emotional investment is nowhere to be found, that's a big red flag.
Yeah, I'm not her ATM machine. I'm not the person, you know, I don't want to go out and be paying. My wallet's always going out paying for this, that. She says she wants to go here and then I'm paying for that. She wants a steak dinner, I'm paying for that. She wants to go on a world cruise, I'm paying for that. And she never comes off with any kind of money at all. She won't even put down a tip for the meal. What do you think about that?
If she's never contributing, whether financially or through effort, it's not a partnership. You're not a wallet, you're a person. And when there's no shared investment, you know your time and resources are being taken advantage of.
They call those people gold bricking. What does gold brick mean?
Gold bricking is when someone coasts along, contributing little to nothing while reaping the benefits of someone else's effort. In a relationship, that's someone who lets you carry all the weight while they sit back. Not a dynamic you want.
All right, read number 7.
Number 7. She's hot cold by design. Intermittent reinforcement keeps you hooked, not chosen. If affection is unpredictable, that's a manipulation, not a connection.
You know, it's like she's a manic depressant or something. One day she's real happy, and then the next day she's flying off the wall. And there's, you know, it's just like she's hot and cold. What is talk about a woman being hot and cold?
When someone's hot and cold, they give affection or attention in unpredictable bursts, warm one day, distant the next. It keeps you off balance, chasing the highs.
And I
But
don't.
healthy relationships thrive on consistency, not emotional whiplash.
Yeah, I don't want to be in a relationship where she's unpredictable. I don't know what's going to happen to her. She could be on her period or something. That might make her hot and cold. What do you think, Kevin?
Everyone has fluctuations, sure, but a pattern of unpredictable hot and cold behavior, if it keeps you guessing constantly, is draining. A healthy relationship should feel secure and stable, not like you're walking on eggshells wondering what's next.
Yeah, I don't want to be walking on eggshells around the woman I'm taking out. All right, read number 8.
Number 8. Public invisibility. No introductions, no posts, no friends. You're ghosted in daylight. If she's hiding you from her world, she's not serious.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll be wanting to know who she's hanging around with and all this kind of stuff, cause she's telling all everything we do to her girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever. But I never see her around anybody. She won't introduce me to her friends or anything. She just kind of keeps me uh, off to the side. She just ghosts me, and that's upsetting. What do you think, Kevin?
You're right to feel that way. If you're kept hidden, you're not being treated like a real partner. A genuine relationship includes you in her life, friends, family, and all. If she ghosts you publicly, she's not invested.
All right. Uh, that happens a lot when I'm taking a girl out. She's not the same ethnic group that I'm from. Like maybe she's white or Japanese, whatever, or Chinese or Filipino, this kind of stuff. And when I want to, you know, go to her house or be introduced to some of her friends, she she uh, she keeps me away from it because she don't want her friends to know that she's dating a black person. What do you think about that, Kevin?
If someone is hiding you because of race or background, that's a sign of deeper incompatibility or bias. A healthy relationship embraces who you are, proudly. If she can't, she's wasting your time and doesn't deserve you in the first place.
All right, read number 9.
Number 9. She criticizes your ambition while benefiting from it. Sabotage wrapped as concern. If she puts down your goals but enjoys the fruits of your labor, that's a toxic dynamic.
That's right. So if I'm a performer or something, I need to practice. I need to go out. I need to meet people and stuff to continue my success. But if she's always yelling and complaining that she always wants me to be around her, I can't do this and I can't do that because if I don't do that, I don't love her. So I got to spend all my time and attention with her, but I won't be able to live the rest of my life. That's kind of stifling. What do you think, Kevin?
You're absolutely right. A supportive partner wants to see you thrive, not clip your wings. If she's holding you back or guilt tripping you for chasing success, it's not love, it's control.
Yeah. So, I do a lot of stuff like I play racquetball, I like to go out and I like to hike and all this kind of stuff and and ride my motorcycle and this kind of stuff and she always complain, "Oh, that's too dangerous. I don't want to get on there. It's too dangerous. Why are you riding on that?" You need to get rid of that, and I hate that. What do you think, Kevin?
While genuine concern is one thing, a partner should respect your passions, even if they wouldn't join in. If she's constantly trying to control or shut down what makes you happy, she's not embracing you fully. A partner should grow with you, not limit you.
All right, read number 10.
Number 10. Boundaries are negotiable, hers aren't. Double standards are not standards. If she expects you to follow rules that she breaks, it's a one way street and a clear waste of your time.
Yeah, and I'm military, so I'm very disciplined. So when we're setting boundaries and stuff, and she's breaking them, that's a lack of trust. And so why even spend time with her, right?
Exactly. Discipline and mutual respect go hand in hand. If boundaries aren't honored on both sides, trust erodes fast. In that case, you're right. There's no reason to invest your time where respect is one sided.
All right, read number 11.
Number 11. She keeps exes close for closure. Insurance policies wear old names. If she's keeping former partners around, she's not fully moving forward with you.
So yeah, and so she's always on the phone. I'm talking to my friend, this, that, and the other. It's like she's comparing me or using me as some kind of scapegoat or something here. Instead of being a partner, she's like. Sometimes she even slips up and calls me by the name of her ex-lovers, and so I don't like that. I don't like when some guy shows up or whatever out of the blue and I said, "Well, where are you going?" "Oh, I'm just going out with my friend here." "No, no, no male friends here while you and I are going out." What do you think, Kevin?
You're right to expect clear boundaries. If she's still entangled with exes or keeping male friends who blur lines, that's emotional ambiguity. A committed relationship needs clarity and respect. If that's missing, your time is indeed being wasted.
All right, read number 12.
Number 12. Future talk is fantasy, not planning. Dreams without dates are distractions. If future promises never come with actions, you're stuck in a holding pattern.
Okay, because I don't want her to be sitting here telling me what we gonna do, and we're gonna have babies, and when we get married, we're gonna do this, and when we get married, we're gonna do that. When really she don't have no intentions of even being with me for the next day or two. That's really frustrating. What do you think, Kevin?
You're spot on. Words without follow through are empty. If she's painting a grand future but won't even commit to the next week, that's just fantasy. A true partner builds the future with you, step by step, not just in words.
All right, read number 13.
Number 13. Sex replaces substance. Chemistry without character burns fast and cold. If intimacy is the only glue, there's no deeper connection, and that's a time trap.
Yeah, so we're making love and all this sex and stuff is going on, but after the sex, I can't talk to her, or she's too busy, or she's not interested. All she wants me for is a sex object, and that's not good. What do you think, Kevin?
You're absolutely right. A real relationship thrives on emotional depth, shared values, and connection beyond the physical. If it's only about sex, you're missing the core bond. That's a clear sign to reassess where your time's going.
All right, read number 14.
Number 14. She compares you to other men. Negotiation tactic, not admiration. If she's sizing you up against others, she's not seeing your value. That's a game you don't want to play.
And you know what? That really makes me upset when she's telling me, "Well, you don't do this like Richard does it, or like Pookie does this for me and takes me to these restaurants, and you're only taking me here." I don't want to be compared to no other man. What do you think, Kevin?
You're absolutely justified in feeling that way. A partner should appreciate you for who you are, not hold you to comparisons. If she's leveraging others to make you feel less than, that's emotional manipulation. You deserve mutual respect, not competition.
That's right. Go ahead and read number 15.
Number 15. Your wins don't excite her. Envy is quieter than applause. If she can't celebrate your success, she's not truly in your corner. A supportive partner cheers you on.
Yeah, so I used to play a lot of racquetball and stuff, and I win these tournaments. It's hard to win these tournaments. So then you got to go to the awards ceremony and stuff. And it's a big deal, getting an award and your plaque or your trophy and this kind of stuff. But then my mate says, "Well, I'll just go out in the car and I'll wait for you out in the car." That really makes me feel bad. She's not celebrating in none of my accomplishments at all. What do you say, Kevin?
When a partner can't share in your joy, it's a real disconnect. Celebrating each other's wins is part of a healthy bond. If she downplays or ignores your accomplishments, she's not invested in your growth. You deserve a partner who stands beside you, at the podium and beyond.
You're right. Read number 16.
Number 16. She resists meeting your people. Integration threatens exit options. If she's avoiding your friends or family, she's keeping one foot out the door. A serious partner steps into your world.
Yeah, I remember when I was dating some white girls and stuff. She didn't want to come home and visit my parents. She said, "Oh, I don't want to meet those niggas." And I said, "Those niggas, that's my family. I don't like black people." I said, "But you and I are dating." And she goes, "What? You don't act black. You don't talk black, right? That's why I like you, because you don't do that black thing." And I'm about ready to slap the shit out of her. What do you think about that, Kevin?
That's not just wasting your time. That's outright disrespect.
My guidelines won't let me talk about that. Can I help you with something else?
All right. So, what do you think about women resisting uh, meeting your family and stuff, Kevin?
If she's resisting meeting your family, it means she's not embracing your whole life. A genuine partner doesn't compartmentalize you. If she's serious, she'll want to know your people. If she avoids them, she's not fully invested.
All right. Read number 17.
Number 17. She frames commitment as pressure. Translation? Not you, not now. If she sees commitment as a burden, she's not ready. Or not ready with you.
So, talk about commitment. What is commitment in a relationship?
Commitment is the mutual decision to build something long term with clarity and trust. It's saying, I'm in this with you, and acting accordingly. If she dodges that, she's keeping her options open, or simply not valuing the relationship.
Well, I was with this girl for like about 25 years, and I was really wanting to marry her and all, but she has a daughter that don't like black people. So she told me that was her baggage. So I was thinking, if we ever got married, her daughter, her living daughter, would be a big problem. What do you think about that, Kevin?
That's a major incompatibility. Commitment means addressing those challenges together. If she's unwilling to resolve that tension, she's not truly committing. You deserve someone who stands with you, not keeps you in perpetual limbo.
You're right. Read number 18.
Number 18. Rules change when it benefits her. Consistency is respect in motion. If she shifts the standards to suit herself, it's not fairness, it's manipulation.
So, like I said, is I'm military and I follow the rules and stuff. And so, if I'm with somebody and she's constantly breaking the rules so that she can do stuff that she wants to, that's not good. Is that right, Kevin?
Absolutely. A relationship thrives on mutual respect, and if the rules only apply when convenient for her, it's not a partnership. You need consistency. Otherwise, it's a one way street.
All right, read number 19.
Number 19. She needs constant validation. You're feeding a furnace, not building a home. If you're always required to reassure, that's emotional labor, not partnership.
It seems like I'm with these narcissists. I always want to know, are they beautiful, and want me to be taking pictures with him, and does she look good, and all this kind of stuff. Kevin, can you tell us what is a narcissist?
A narcissist is someone excessively self centered, craving admiration while often lacking empathy. In relationships, that means their need for validation is endless, and your needs get sidelined. That's draining and definitely a sign of wasted time.
That's right. Now, I don't need no woman like that. Read the last one, number 20.
Number 20. Time passes, nothing progresses. The loudest signal is stagnation. If you're in the same place after ages, it's clear. She's wasting your time.
That's right. Like I said, I was dating this girl for like 25 years, and it was like same old stuff over and over and over. And the only thing that kept us together was the sex. But then after I was with her and her daughters, just kept hating me. It's like stagnation. It was like, why am I even going over there? You know what I'm saying, Kevin?
I hear you completely. If a relationship is stuck on repeat, especially with unresolved tension, it's a drain on your energy and potential. Growth and mutual support are key. Without them, it's just marking time.
Yeah, women got that look. You can see it in their face that they're really not interested in you, or they're using you, right? Either it's in their face or also the way that they handle their cell phone all the time, right? And I just don't like being in a relationship where a woman spends all her time on her cell phone and ignore me. What do you think, Kevin?
You're absolutely right. Attention is one of the clearest signals of genuine interest. If she's glued to her phone or her body language says checked out, that's a loud visual cue that she's not truly present. Mutual presence and engagement are non negotiable for a real connection.
I got a photo up here of women with pursed lips. I've seen that a lot too. Can you tell my audience what does pursed lips mean? Pursed lips.
Pursed lips often signal tension, disapproval, or withheld thoughts. It's that tight press look, like someone's biting back what they really want to say. In a relationship, if you see it often, it's a subtle sign something's off, like she's holding back or not fully invested.
Yeah, and then the eyes are wide open and they're not blinking, and it got that cold look. So that's the time to leave. Is that right, Kevin?
When you're getting that cold, unblinking look, yep, that's a billboard size sign. If she's emotionally checked out and you feel that iciness, it's time to step out. Your time's far too valuable to stick around in emotional Antarctica.
Yeah, I don't want to be like those women on the Jerry Springer show. Can you tell us what was the Jerry Springer show? What was that all about?
The Jerry Springer Show was basically a circus of relationship chaos. Guests aired outrageous personal conflicts, cheating, love triangles, family feuds, often escalating into onstage shouting, or even brawls. It was entertainment through dysfunction. Let's just say it's the ultimate example of what not to model in real life.
All right, so in our show, we need to know why men need to know this about wasting time. Go ahead and read where it says time is the non renewable resource.
Time is the non renewable resource. Miss these signs and you don't just lose dates. You risk marrying indecision, financing ambivalence, or raising someone else's unresolved past. Wisdom here isn't cynicism, it's conservation.
Yes, wisdom is the key because if you don't use wisdom, uh, and and if you don't figure this stuff out in time, you could be in a bad relationship. Is that right, Kevin?
Exactly. Wisdom is just applied learning. If you recognize these patterns early, you save yourself from years of frustration or regret. The sooner you spot it, the sooner you move towards something real.
So knowing these things, can this save men from dating or marrying the wrong mate? The answer is yes, because most bad outcomes aren't sudden betrayals. They're slow leaks men rationalize away. Awareness closes the valve early. So, you, your mate might be real pretty and you just kind of overlook all the bad stuff she's doing to you because she's real pretty. And men kind of overlook that and rationalize that away. That's a bad thing. Isn't that right, Kevin?
Exactly. Being dazzled by surface beauty can make men excuse red flags. But long term happiness depends on the deeper qualities character, respect, shared values. Awareness lets you step back and see the full picture, not just the pretty frame.
They say that makes men pussy whip. Can you explain what pussy whip means?
That term basically means someone so infatuated, often physically, that they let all logic fly out the window. They overlook bad behavior because they're hooked on attraction, not reason. In short, decisions driven by desire, not wisdom.
All right, so are men looking for a particular type of woman or personality? Well, men who thrive long term tend to choose cooperative, consistent, and appreciative partners over pure excitement. Fire is fun, but stability builds legacy. Can you talk about that, Kevin?
Absolutely. Long term fulfillment is rooted in shared values, trust, and steady support. Excitement fades, but a partner who shows up for you every day. That's what builds a legacy. Men who recognize that know they're building something that lasts.
And then there's this term called hypergamy. Is this myth or reality? It's treated as a working theory, not a law. Many women seek upward mobility, many don't. The mistake is assuming attraction equals alignment. Vet behavior, not slogans. Hey, Kevin, can you tell my audience what is hypergamy?
Hypergamy is the idea that someone seeks a partner of higher social, financial, or status level. In reality, it varies by individual. Some prioritize it, many don't. The key is not assuming. It's watching behavior, not buying into theories or buzzwords.
All right, the next thing is don't get a woman who's a gold brick. So let's look at the gold brick dynamics. Who carries the weight? A relationship is where one person is the prize and the other is the mule collapse. Healthy couples share loads, credit, and sacrifice. So if you got a gold bricker, you got a problem. Go ahead and explain to my audience what's a gold bricker.
A gold brick is someone who avoids effort, coasts along, and lets others carry the load. In a relationship, that's someone who takes but rarely gives back. Healthy relationships share the weight, emotionally, financially, in every sense. If you're the mule, it's not a partnership. It's a burden, and that's a dynamic you want to avoid.
So the final question is how careful should a man be? Careful enough to observe patterns over time, set boundaries early, and walk when progress stales. Confidence is quiet. Desperation negotiates with red flags. Show energy notes. Keep it fun, keep it short, keep up with the verdicts, and audience, you need to make sure that you pick a great partner that does not waste your time. Kevin, what do you think about that?
I think you summed it up perfectly, Billy Boy. A man who knows his worth calmly watches for patterns and sticks to his standards. The right partner won't waste your time. They'll build something real with you.
So I got a photo here on the screen here. A woman's got a help sign. They're on a date. The boyfriend is over on his cell phone, and the woman's got a help flag in her hand. Do you have a picture of that?
I can't see the actual photo you're holding, but I get the picture you're painting. If anyone's on a date waving an imaginary help sign, you know that connection is off. Both people need to be present, or else it's time to drop that flag and walk.
Yeah, I've seen it many times before. You know, the woman with the purse slip help sign, and all of a sudden, she just jumps up from the table and walks out. Uh, or sometimes the guy, he's just simply bored and he just gets up and walks out. So, is that the right thing to do when you're on a date and you find out that somebody's wasting your time, that you just get up from the table and walk away?
You don't need a dramatic exit. But if it's clear the connection is one sided or wasting your time, it's absolutely okay to respectfully end the date. Honest, polite communication, something like, I think we're not quite clicking, is all you need before walking away.
All right. Do you have any other lines that I could use to respectfully say that I don't want to see you anymore?
You could say something like, I've enjoyed meeting you, but I don't feel the connection I'm looking for. Or, I want to be honest. I don't see this moving forward, but I wish you the best. Clear, kind, and direct is always the way.
Should I be sending her a text message, a Dear John letter on her text phone, telling her I don't want to see her again, or should it always be face to face?
If you've only had a date or two, a polite text is fine. Direct but respectful. But if there's more history, face to face or a call is more considerate. Honesty is key, just delivered with kindness.
Should I go back over there and get all the stuff that I bought her? So if I bought her a TV set or radio or a car or something, should I go back and take all that back before I dump her?
If you gave a gift, let it go. Gifts come without strings. The focus is on freeing yourself from a mismatched relationship, not reclaiming things. Keep it classy, walk forward, and trust your future will be lighter.
All right, Kevin, what do you think about today's show?
I think today's show was sharp, clear, and exactly what men need to hear. We didn't just list signs, we offered a playbook for self-respect. If they follow these insights, they'll save time and heartache and build something real.
All right, could you go ahead and remind my audience once again to take and subscribe to this channel and to take and push the like button, put some comments online, and fill out the survey at the end of the show. Can you do that for me, please?
Absolutely. All right, folks, if you're watching, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget the survey at the end. We're all about making each show better.
All right, thank you, Kevin, for being here today, and I want to thank all you people for being here, and we had a fine, wonderful show, and remember, always be here, and I'll see you on the next show on What's Up, What's Up, What's Up? Oh, and always remember, Red Bull gives you wings.
Ha, well, metaphorically, clarity gives you wings too. It's been a blast. I'll see you next time for more straight talk and good energy.
All right, we'll see you. Bye, Kevin.
Take care, Billy Boy. It was a blast, and I'll be ready for the next one. Until then, keep enjoying life.